Hey, this is Jamal with GospelMusicians.com, and I'm getting excited about this Neo-Soul keys for the iPad. Before, what I wanted to do is just, I'm kind of in the music store right now. So what I wanted to do, I get a lot of questions from people online asking me how you actually hook this up. I was not convinced that the iPad would be the future. I didn't think it was powerful enough. I didn't think it had enough stuff going on to it, but I can honestly say after this first iOS app that iOS and the iPad it's there now. You can actually, I would be safe in saying that you could actually use our app as a live gigging app. Okay, so it is awesome. So you'd just pretty much be able to take a Mark I suitcase, a Mark I stage, electric piano, or whirly with you to a gig using our app. So I wanted to show you a couple of things here that you're going to need to get going. All right. You're going to need pretty much, it's not that much that you need. You're going to need this little device here. It's a camera connection kit, all right? It's a 30, well, not the 30 pin. So basically on your iPad 2, you connect that, and on the other end there's a USB, all right? And you connect the USB from a USB cable like this that has the two male and female, the USB cables like this, and you connect that to your keyboard. The other thing that's out, okay, for you iPad 4 users, okay, Apple has not created this yet. I didn't see it available yet. If you see it, let me know. Correct me if I'm wrong. But there is no lightning, because the iPad 4 actually has the new lightning adapter. So here is, I found online a lightning adapter to USB connection kit. All right, so it has the lightning adapter on one side, and it has a SD card, a SC card, and actually the USB side. Now this is not made. It says the new Lightning Adapter Camera Connection Kit, 5-in-1. All right. So this is not made by Apple, and usually when stuff is not made by Apple or Apple's approved partners, it's not going to last too long. So you can get this online right now for $10. But don't let this be your only thing going on. This is not going to last, because Apple always, they don't like little vendors like this doing stuff like this. So what they do, they change the OS so this stuff doesn't work anymore. Unfortunately, that's how Apple operates, but that's how it is. So this thing works today, and I've used it, but it ain't going to work probably in the next couple months, trust me. But right now it works. I can stick it right in my iPad 4, and I use my USB. It said not a compatible device, but it still worked. So I'm guessing the next revision is probably going to say this will not work. All right. So what we're going to do, we're just going to go through different keyboards, the popular keyboards. I can't go over every keyboard, and we're just going to open up the app to see if it actually produces sound and if the USB works. So we're going to go over the top keyboards now, and that way I'll be able to let you know if it works. All right. So here we go. Okay, the first keyboard we're going to look at is the Yamaha MM8. All right, this is their lower cost type of keyboard, and it has USB MIDI. Mind you, regular MIDI with the DIN cables, that's kind of going out of style. If you notice that, Apogee and even Apple seems to be pushing USB MIDI, and everything is coming out with USB MIDI. So for those of you who are looking for a keyboard and you want to expand in the future to the iPad, make sure that you have make sure that your keyboard has USB MIDI. So I just plugged this up right here. This is the Yamaha MM8, and I'm hitting the key right now, and I do see the MIDI activity. Maybe I can turn my app up and see if I can get some sound out of it. Just to, yep. Yep, so we got sound out of this. So we can confirm that the Yamaha MM8 actually works. So looking good. If the MIDI does not work sometime on your keyboard, if you have the DIN pin MIDI, you might want to go on your utility or whatever your preferences on your keyboard. You might have to turn the USB MIDI portion on. So we can confirm that the Yamaha MM8 will work. Now I haven't tested the stuck notes or anything like that, but it should work. Okay. Okay, so we moved on to the Roland, one of their flagship keyboards, the Jupiter 50. All right, so the Jupiter 50 actually has USB MIDI. Once again, every single new keyboard coming out within the last 3 to 4 years, almost 5 years, I would say 3 to 4 years, has USB MIDI, and it's a standard, so they all should work. So what I'm doing with my app, I'm closing it down, I'm starting it up. You don't want to connect the MIDI while the app is going. It's just kind of funky with the iPad. So I close it down and I start it back so we can get it. So let's go to the loading synth here. And here we go, let's see. And it works. We can confirm that the Jupiter 50 and probably all the Jupiters will probably work. Now I am getting some stuck notes here. I'm getting some stuck notes. I didn't get stuck notes on the Yamaha. I don't know what would cause stuck notes. I don't get stuck notes on the XF8. I don't get stuck notes on, I didn't get stuck notes over there on the MM8. I am getting some stuck notes on the Jupiter. So possibly, I don't know why. Some do stuck notes, some don't, but let's see. Okay, so we're coming back. This is gospelmusicians.com. So we had to stop after the motif because there were stuck notes on all of the other keyboards. So I said, you know what, let me just not blast the other keyboards, you know, and it might have been something that we did wrong. So I went back and I got some direction from some other developers, and we were able to update the app. Basically, every keyboard transmits different types of signals. So some keyboards transmit multiple MIDI notes in one packet. It's all technical, but either way, we went back and fixed it. So here's the Jupiter 50, and we're trying it. And it works perfectly, no stuck notes. So we're guessing pretty much it's looking like any USB out keyboard is going to work. So it works perfectly, no stuck notes, and we're ready to go. Let's go on to the next keyboard. Here we go. This is the Korg Chrome, this new one out. I know y'all want to me to demo these sounds, but I'll do that in a later time. Right now it's all about the neo-soul keys. But here's the Korg Chrome. I got it directly out of the USB port into, once again, the adapter right in USB. That's all it takes to get going. And let's see. There we go. No stuck notes either. It's working good. My developer did a good job. So there we go. It's working. So the Korg Chrome actually works. We're just going to do the like we said before, we're just going to do the flagship keyboards because these are the top keyboards out. We recommend, if you want to get into iOS, you want to get into, start playing sounds off of your iPad. The days of the old MIDI cables and the circular DIN pin cables are kind of going out. If you notice that Apogee's coming out with the Apogee Duets and their Quartet, which has only the USB. So USB MIDI is the new standard. So that old technology with the DIN pins is going out, and pretty much, like I said, within the last 2 or 3 years, maybe 4 years, every keyboard now has the USB going. So let's try this Korg Kronos. All right. Now we got this Korg Kronos. I've been trying to get it to work. I haven't been able to get it to work. Interesting thing is, when I hit the keys, I'm getting MIDI, but it's just not giving me sound. I tried the Korg Chrome and it works perfectly. So this Korg Kronos, for some reason on the MIDI, I am not getting any sound. Change the program. Not getting any sound coming out this thing. Maybe I need to. Yeah, I'm not getting any sound. Let me do a MIDI learn. Do a knob. Yeah, the knobs aren't transmitting any MIDI information. Let me. Oh, okay, there we go. So I learned that. That's working. I got that going. got the MIDI learn going, but just something about playing the sound. Every other keyboard works. I went into let's see, let's go into global. Let's go into MIDI, external USB. That's just the clock though. I'm assuming it's transmitting on, it has to be because I'm getting sound. So it's probably something I'm doing wrong because I don't know this keyboard, but as you can see, I'm trying to play the Kronos and there's no sound. Now watch this. I'll pull it right out of here and put it right into the hard to find these. Put it right into the wrong way. Put it right into the Chrome, and with anything you have to reset it. So let me turn it off and turn it on so I can read it again. So as you saw, I put it in the Kronos, right? I'm rebooting right now. I'm right in the Chrome. I hit a EP. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 seconds to load, and I got sound. So I'm assuming I should have just been able to do that with the Kronos. So I'm not sure. You guys who have a Kronos, let me know. But we're good. And let me take you over here. Talk to you a little bit about these controllers. As far as these controllers go, one thing you have to notice that they will not work. They will not work because this particular connection requires a little bit of power. So these little stations, these little things won't work. And as a matter of fact, if you ever plug it in, it'll actually say not enough power. All right, so we're good. So all the flagship. Oh, here's a PC61. Is there a MIDI out here? Hold on. Let me see. We gotta try everything since I'm here. There we go. USB MIDI. Bam. Anytime you plug in a new MIDI device, you always have to shut down the software and bring it back up. And let's see what we got here. Alright, this is the Kurzweil PC361. And we're booting up, and let's see. Works perfectly. No stuck notes. We're all good. And now when we go back, I'm going to show you how it actually works with the IO Dock. It actually works with the IO Dock. No stuck notes. Perfectly. And we were able to fix that. It is not Elisa's fault. Elisa's did a good job. So it was our programming. I will admit when we were wrong, we were wrong. So for all you guys who want to use the Elisa's IO Dock on the Neo-So keys coming out, I'm not going to tell you when it's coming out because we're still working on it, but Neo-So keys does work with the IO Dock flawlessly with the iPad 2. Now if you want to use it with the iPad 3, there are some issues online. If you just look at Elisa's IO Dock and iPad 3, there's some issues online because of the connection going in. I guess Apple didn't make it exactly like the iPad 2, so it fits kind of weird. Some people got it to work, a lot of people didn't. Some people had to bend down the pins just to get it to work, or bend up the pins. So I don't know if you want to do that on your iPad 3. But right now, the perfect connection would be an iPad 3 and an IO Dock. And those two together, because you have more processor, just a little bit more on the iPad 3 than you do have on the iPad 2. We confirmed yesterday on the IO Dock, you can play the iPad 2 pretty flawlessly, but you have to turn down some of the effects, and you have to keep the effects off. Maybe you can turn the vibrato on, but you have to limit the effects, but it is usable and playable. So we're out of here. Gospel Musicians, Neo-So keys for the iPad.